How's it going, YouTube? Got FourthStarTCG here, and today I have a PSA return video for you. This is, I'm not exactly sure which month I sent this off in, but I'll link the submission video in the iCards above if you want to take a look and see my thoughts on these cards when I sent them out. But now they are back, so I think this is just about 51 cards that I sent off to PSA. This is a $15 special, pretty much the standard rate for TCGs these days. So I got 3 boxes here. PSA does not send stuff back in order now, so we're just going to crack into it. This is the first time that I will have seen these cards graded, and yeah, I am really excited. This submission had a lot of really cool stuff, really important stuff for my collection. So we'll see if I'm able to knock off some of the cards that I still need for my especially Japanese Level X and Black and White era collection. So without any further ado, let's get into it. The first card back in this PSA return, Mint 9 Landorus EX from Freeze Bolt. This is one that I still need now. I'm still trying to find a Landorus EX full art in PSA 10. For both the Level X and Black White full arts, I'm really close to finishing the set. I think I need about 5 cards or less for each remaining era. So really trying to finish those out before the end of the year. Next up here, this one looks pretty clean. Oh, this was a Mint 9. Mint 9 on a Cobalion EX Full Art, first edition from Plasma Gale. And 9s are still really good grades on these old Black and White Full Art cards. Are these in order? 2, 3, 2, 4... 2, 6, 1, 9. No, they're not. They just, I got lucky with 3 being in order here. So this is probably maybe another full art. Yes, there we go. And that's what we're looking for, a Gem Mint 10. Look at that texture. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful stuff on Cobalion EX there. This is one that I needed for my collection. Not really a super expensive one. I remember just buying these cards for 15 bucks all day long. I've got quite a lot of them, but I never sent one off for grading until now, so really happy that we've got the Cobalion EX Full Art in PSA 10 now in the collection, and that scratches one off the list. That is awesome. And yeah, these Black White Full Art cards really, really hard to find now in good condition. There's a beautiful card. Full Art Dialga from Legendary Shine Collection. I sent off all of the holos that I pulled from the Legendary Shine Collection booster box that I opened up way back when on the channel. So was really happy with the grades on these, as you'll see. As you know, they all should be highs. They were all pack pulled, pack fresh, but you never know with PSA. This was a little strange. Excellent 5 on the Terrakion EX. I think after I got this grade back, I went and purchased one. Let me see if I can find the dent. Yep. Yeah. I can see it's right there. Right where my thumb is, right where I'm kind of flashing the light. Yep. That is a crease. That is a dent. So I missed that. I mean, you look at this card just on the back and it looks really nice, but yeah, I missed that dent. So PSA graded this correctly. Excellent 5. Usually when I get 5s or 6s, just because of something like that, a dent or crease that isn't super obvious that you just miss if you don't put the card in the right light. Next up, ooh, that's a big one. Regice EX Full Art PSA 10. Beautiful. This is one that I already had in my collection, but really, really happy to get another one. Use it to maybe trade for one of the remaining full arts that I need, or just have it. I think this is a beautiful card. In English, it is one of the hardest PSA 10 full art cards to acquire. population is somewhere around 2 or 3. All right, next up here. Beautiful, yeah, so we're usually I split my submissions up by era, so we've got like the black and white in one chunk, XY in another, modern at the end. So now we're jumping all the way to the end of the submission. This is what I mean when a PSA doesn't put the cards in order anymore. But we've got a Kanazawa's Pikachu. I think back in 2020 I bought a couple of the sealed promo packs from the Kanazawa box and graded all the promos finally. So really happy that this Kanazawa's Pikachu comes back with a PSA 10. This is the harder or rarer, more expensive version of the Kanazawa's Pikachu. There's one that has a kind of the more traditional line holo pattern that was a Pokemon Center promo, but this you could only get from the Kanazawa box. So really, really nice there. And yeah, if you're, I love this artwork. I think this artwork is just incredible. Beautiful stuff. All of these themed promo cards for the Kanazawa Pokemon Center opening are just incredible. And I think if you are not familiar with the price trajectory of Japanese Pikachu promo cards, and you think that I'll buy these later on, I don't know if that's going to work out for you. All right, next up here, another Legendary Shine Collection card, Regice Gem Mint 10. Beautiful stuff there. I think it was the Regice, the Arceus, and the White Kyurem that all kind of form, they all form like it's connected artwork. Oh, beautiful. There we go. There's the Milotic from the Kanazawa promo box. This is one of my favorite cards. I think this artwork is just next level. Yeah, so there's a few of this card in this submission. This card is surprisingly not all that expensive. I think probably like $100 in a PSA 10. And these are not easy to grade in 10s. There's centering issues on these cards, just straight out of the box. This was the only way you could get this card. This was not a promo like the Kanazawa's Pikachu. So next up, Gem Mint 10 on another Kanazawa's Pikachu. Beautiful stuff there. Yeah, so I sent off two of each of these. All came back with two of the Pikachu both came back with the Gem Mint 10 grade. Love to see that. Next up here, another Milotic, another PSA 10. We are on a train of 10s right now. Been doing great. Next up, it's probably another modern card. Yep, another Kanazawa promo, the Sobble. This is the third one that you'd get in this promo card pack. More awesome artwork. Sobble, definitely the least expensive of the three. The Pikachu is the most expensive. Next up, Mint 9 on the Sobble here. Wonder why this got a 9. Yeah, there's just a little bit, tiny bit of wear down in on that edge. So that makes sense. Yeah, these cards, they are modern Japanese promos, but the card quality is not crazy good. Again, you can kind of see that this one is off-center a little bit as well, left to right. So it's not like you can buy a promo pack and just be guaranteed 10s. These cards do have a small number of issues just straight out of the pack. Next up, Mint 9 on the Mega Houndoom EX from Red Flash. XY full art card. Wonder why this got a 9. I can't really see anything wrong with this card, to be honest. Centering looks good. top to bottom, left to right, maybe a little shifted to the left. Right border is a little bigger, but yeah, these XY EX full art cards are becoming harder to find these days, just like everything. Stuff gets older. I remember, you know, when that card was modern, when that card was brand new. I think did I pull it out of a pack? I might have. Not that exact same card, actually, of course, but oh, take a look at this. There we go. There's a Gem Mint 10 on an XY full art card. Camera Up to EX from Gaia Volcano. This is the unlimited edition version. And yeah, just check out that texture on these cards. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Just love it. Amazing. All right, next up, another PSA 10 Milotic. I think that's all of them. I submitted 3 in this submission. All came back PSA 10s. That's what we love to see, especially on cards from 2020. Again, yeah, you can see the centering on this is a little bit off, top to bottom and left to right, but thankfully it was still within the bounds of a PSA 10. But worse centering than that is not uncommon, so exercise caution. Be sure to double check the centering when you're buying these cards. Next up, we got a Gem Mint 10 on the Mega Latios EX from Emerald Break. This one's cool as it is an unlimited edition card. Unlimited edition Emerald Break is rarer than the first edition print. I don't think it's as rare as some of the other unlimited editions in the XY series, like Wild Blaze and Rage of the Broken Heavens and Awakening Psychic King, but still definitely rarer than the first edition print. So really nice to get this card. Yeah, again, these are becoming harder to find. These are becoming more expensive. These Japanese full art cards are getting a lot more collector interest these days, which is really nice. Good to see more people appreciating them. Not so great for people like me who want to buy them at cheap prices. All right, next up here. Ooh, that's a great one. Another Mega EX full art card, Mega Sceptile EX from Bandit Ring. Beautiful stuff. I think I had this card a while ago and ended up selling it. So really happy to get it back in the collection in the Gem Mint 10 grade. Yeah, as I've been saying over and over, these cards are getting harder and harder to find these days. So I'm really happy that I was able to reacquire that one before it got out of reach. All right, next up, Mint 9 on the Groudon EX from Hail Blizzard. I think I was expecting this. I think this has just some minor wear along this edge there. It's kind of hard to see. But yeah, if you can just see a little bit of wear along that edge. So this was an expected grade. But 9s on these cards these days, that's a great grade. That is really a great grade. Again, these are really hard to find, so getting a 9 on that is pretty great. All right, final card in this stack. Check that out. A Getsis full art Gem Mint 10. The male trainer full arts are not as desirable as the female trainers, but still, full art supporters, really, really cool. Getsis has a great new card, so kind of cool to see the old one as well. So, a Gem Mint 10 on the Getsis. And now we'll crack into the next box and see what we've got here. All right, next stack. What do we got? Mint 9 on a Mega Camera Up DX from Best of XY. Yeah, not really sure why this card got a 9. Maybe I can't really tell if there's a couple dots along the top edge. I'm not sure if that's on the in the case or on the card. If it is on the card, that might be why it got the 9 grade. Next up here, Gem Mint 10, another Regice from the Legendary Shine collection. Had a few of these so far. there'll be more sprinkled throughout. Next up, ooh, that's a huge one. Lugia from the Ho and Lugia special set, Gem Mint 10. I've been looking for these cards for a while, the Lugia and Ho promos. I think the artwork is incredible. Really, really nice to just have like a clean holographic card with great artwork as a promo that, you know, I love the full art cards, but sometimes these cards with just mind-blowing artwork. This is Hajime Kusahima here. Yeah, these is just incredible. Kusahima does some amazing sunset / sunrise cards. Thinking of the Gyarados from Holon Phantoms. Beautiful. Yeah, so really, really happy about this Lugia. I've been looking for a good copy of it for a while. Finally was able to purchase one and get it off to PSA. Next up here, Gem Mint 10 on the Sharon full art. Love that. Another trainer full art. Excellent. I think Sharon also has a newer card. Is it in like the V-Star universe, maybe? Not sure. Next up here, Mint 9 on the Terrakion from Red Collection. I don't consider the non-EX full art cards to be a part of my black and white era collection, but I do try to get them. Not really sure why this card graded a 9. I'm just looking over the back here a little bit. Yeah, maybe it's something I missed. And, you know, sometimes, as I showed off in my PSA regrades video, sometimes cards get 9s and the next time around they get a 10. So there's a 10. Thunderous from White Collection. Really, really cool. Again, in English, these cards are not really all that much to write home about. They're just flat. But in Japanese, as you can see, like the pattern on Thunderous's tail balls, I guess. That's really cool. The different textures on this card, from the body of Thunderous to the background, are just really, really nice. If you're not collecting these cards in Japanese, you are missing out. All right, next up here, beautiful V-Jump Salamence promo, PSA 10. I opened this myself out of one of the packs, out of a sealed pack, so I was really happy to get the PSA 10 grade back on this one. Adds to my Salamence collection, and again, I love the Cracked Ice Hollow, beautiful Naoki Saito art, awesome stuff. Next card, Mint 9 on the Lantern Prime. Kind of off center, so I think a 9 is a fair grade there, even if the back is pretty darn clean. Yeah, primes have been going up. Primes are pretty crazy now. Surprises me to see cards that used to be effectively super cheap / worthless go to insane levels, but sometimes that's just how things roll in the hobby. I'm not going to collect the primes. I don't really have any attachment to them, but I've got a couple just lying around, and you bet I'm going to capitalize on those cards being worth a ton of money now. All right, next up, Mint 9 on the Electabuzz from Galactic's Conquest. I think this, yeah, just has a little bit of wear along that bottom edge. I mean, 9 is certainly an understandable grade there. Next up, Gem Mint 10 on the Hitmonchan from Galactic's Conquest. That's really nice. Again, these Platinum era secret rares are very challenging to get in PSA 10. Whether that's the shiny cards, whether that's the secret rares, whether that's stuff like the fan Rotoms, those are really challenging to get in high grades. Yeah. So really happy with this Gem Mint 10 Hitmonchan, the base set reprint version. All right, next up, Mint 9 on the Scyther from Galactic's Conquest. Again, as I mentioned, these cards hard to get in high grades. Not really sure why this one scored a 9. Looks pretty clean, but might be something I missed. All right, next up here, Near Mint to Mint 8 on the Flying Pikachu from Bonds to the End of Time. This is expected. We've got off-centering, we've got chipping in the corners, a little bit of wear along the edges down here. 8, certainly a fair grade on that card. I just sent these off to get them encapsulated and graded. I've got a few more of the Pikachus in here. Maybe this is the next one. Ooh, no, there we go. Still a Diamond and Pearl era card, Lucario level X from Secret of the Lakes. This is one that I needed for my level X collection, so really happy to acquire this. This would be a very expensive one if I was to buy it in PSA 10, but luckily enough, I grabbed it, graded it myself. So that is awesome. Really happy about that. I am getting to the point with most of these cards that it's really just like not feasible to wait for them to come up in raw form and grade them. It's just time to buy them outright. Thing that stinks is that especially for level X, the few that I need are very expensive. Mint 9 on the Surfing Pikachu from Bonds to the End of Time. That's a nice one. Again, just got some minor chipping in the corners. This one really doesn't have all that much wear along the on the backside, if any. But yeah, really nice card there. Beautiful Aoki art. Love it. All right, next up, Near Mint to Mint 8 on the regular base set reprint Pikachu from Bonds to the End of Time. Again, this is pretty much expected. Got a little bit of chipping in that top corner. Got some off-centering. Not that much wear. Most of these cards are from a full platinum set that I've been slowly grading. And most of the cards are really, really clean, but it's just like, you know, this is stuff that happens over time with these cards. They chip. The quality wasn't great just from the factory. So next up we get a Mint 9 first edition Regice EX from Undone Seal. Wouldn't be a 4th Star TCG submission without some Japanese EX cards. I was hopeful that this would get a 10. Not really sure why it did not. Thought this was pretty clean, but still a beautiful, beautiful card. I love the cracked ice foil pattern on these Japanese cards. It is mind-blowing. Next up here, another Legendary Shine Collection card, Latios Gem Mint 10. Awesome. It's another Legendary Shine card, White Curem, Gem Mint 10. These have this really interesting, like, crosshatch foil pattern. Pretty interesting and cool. Not my favorite holo pattern, I would say, but pretty unique. Again, it was only done for this one set, so. Next up, another White Curem, another Gem Mint 10. Love to see it. Ooh, that's a big card. Meloetta EX Full Art from Shiny Collection, Gem Mint 10. Awesome. Yeah, these Shiny Collection cards. Goodness, I don't even want to know what a box of Shiny Collection would go for these days. Stuff like the Reshiram is insane. I think it's come down from, what was it, like $4 grand in a PSA 10 right before the Himeno signing. But after the Himeno signing, I think it's kind of come back down to earth a little bit. I think maybe, yeah, I mean, come back down to earth, it's still like a $3,000 card. So All right, we got the last stack of cards here. See what we got. Ooh, that's a big one. Regice EX Gem Mint 10. Awesome. This is another one that I needed for my black and white full art collection. So really happy about that. Able to scratch this one off the list. Next up, another Gem Mint 10 Regice EX Dragon Blade. Yeah, beautiful stuff. One that I've got for trade to acquire perhaps some of the final black and white full art cards that I need. Here's an awesome one, Yveltal EX full art from the Super Legend set XYC. So this was a kind of like deck thing that you could get, and it featured reprint versions of the Yveltal EX and Xerneas EX full art cards. So if you're looking for these cards, if it says XYC in the lower right, it comes from the Super Legend set. If it says XY1, then it comes from the main XY series set, Y collection. And same for the Xerneas EX. If it says XY1, it comes from X collection. If it says XYC, it's from the Super Legend set. There's the counterpart to the Lugia, the beautiful Ho-Oh. Again, this is just incredible art. Take that in for a second. Ho-Oh, bell tower in the background. Uribi art. Incredible stuff. Really, really happy to acquire this card in the Gem Mint 10 grade. Has been one that I've been after for a while. Next up, another Legendary Shine Collection card here, Latios. Some of these cards, even if they don't have connecting artwork, they're like done by similar artists, or they have connections in the cards. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can find. Yeah. Okay. So here's one, the Reshiram. This one you can kind of see in the background Zekrom there. So this ties in with the Zekrom card as well. Beautiful stuff there for the Reshiram. There is the Palkia, done by Naoki Saito, and you can see the Latios in the background there. I believe Latios in the set was also illustrated by Naoki Saito, so there's a connection there. All right, next up. Awesome. There's the Zekrom. So I think it's not Zekrom, it's Black Kyurem, right? I think it's Reshiram and Black Kyurem that match up together. Yeah, again, Naoki Saito art, and you can see the Palkia in the background there. Yeah, okay, so here's the Black Kyurem. Let me see if I can pull out the Reshiram, and I'll show you the... Yeah, so when you put those together, you can definitely see how they match up together. Yeah, kind of hard to show with PSA cases, but yeah, those cards go together. So that's what I like about this this special set. There's so much cohesiveness, even though it's really a small set, which Pokemon doesn't do anymore, because if you can get the entire set out of the whole box, why would you pay for 1,000 boxes to pull that, you know, uber rare Iono or whatever that goes for $1,000? Probably definitely more than 1,000. What, 2,500 these days? Goodness. Okay. There's another Black Kyurem. Awesome stuff there. Beautiful Arita art. Finishing things off with the Legendary Shine collection. And this is probably the biggest card in the set, I believe. This is the only one remaining, and it is the Arceus from Legendary Shine. Beautiful Shin Nagasawa art there. Incredible stuff. Just beautiful. Yeah, I think this is the most expensive card in the set. So that is going to do it for this PSA return. This was really incredible. All of the Legendary Shine Collection cards scored PSA 10s, which I was kind of hopeful for because I pack pulled them all and sleeved them immediately, and they've just been sitting in boxes ever since. But yeah, this submission was really, really awesome. I got a lot of super cool cards back that helped out with my collection goals and really are going to push me a little bit closer to completing those goals by the end of the year. So thank you all very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and stick around for more videos.